Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Frostpunk once more to the last autumn. The last autumn indeed, 10 degrees we have, cozy right now isn't it? And we are working on our generator right here in the middle on the foundation. On this very dangerous task indeed, because we are having unhealthy work safety. There's a low risk of falling in and a low risk of work accidents. So I take my risk for this one here because we want to of course manage to finish this generator without any accidents. In this case here, we have the toxicity level on medium. It should actually go down tomorrow. For today, I would like to work a bit longer, but we will be able to finish this one then tomorrow for sure. And let's just, let's let it go for another hour. I really want to tickle in a few hours here. And yeah, every hour that passes without a work accident is a win for us right now. We are behind schedule there, but that's okay. Really, it is okay. It is not a big deal to go right into a positive schedule there at the beginning. We definitely don't want to sacrifice that safety here. It's 12 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock, so we would have theoretically 6 hours left of work right now. I don't want to let this go any longer, really. The ventilation plan is already working, right? Reduces the structure here. So let's actually stop with the working now. No accidents today. That's great indeed, right? I'm going to turn it off to make certain that really there's nothing coming out of this. Now, in this case here, I would like to work on, first of all, we have the steam exchangers. We have lots of steel. So I would like to have some people here working on this. Oh, and we get another 20 workers. So right now we are really stuffed with workers. For that, let's go back on the sawmills there for sure. Yep. I can keep this road there, no problem right now. And I would also like to have as many there working on the steel for the rest of the day, so that we really stockpile some goods here again. And then we can also go ahead with more steam exchangers, right, to waste some of that steel that we have. Let's also get, not 30, but let's go in with 15 here. And then I would like to go ahead with also 15 here working on some profiles that we can go ahead with, right? We always want to stockpile these for future accidents as well. It's very important resources. Research-wise, we could go for something completely new. And that is the foundry. With the foundry, we can produce heat-resistant steel composites necessary to build the generator. This might be a new building. We could also go for the new ability, the supercharge. And this one here lets me use my steel composites or steam exchangers in order to boost the work progress by 10% right away. That's also pretty nice. And the various modifications will improve workplace safety at the machine shop by 1 level. That's something we don't need at the moment. And another ventilation plan is also really cool, because with that we can further reduce the amount of steam fumes that we have them. Let's go ahead with the supercharge for this one here. We finished those researches anyway pretty quickly, and we are going to need all of this at some point. Now my next shipment is going to take a while, right? So I'm going to let this limit go up again a bit. And yeah, lots of steel right now. We are full on the food. My consumption for food is actually negative with the latest workers coming in, right? So we should not be feeling too safe there. We can definitely let it run down there a bit. And so far, that's unhealthy, even with the short shift. This is harmful. Let's actually also go with a short shift only. This means that work stops already. I definitely don't want to take any risks here for my workers. Next cooldown is going to take a while. Meanwhile, the coal is flowing in, right? That's thanks to my gathering post here. There's no work hazard here, so they can really work the 24-hour shift there non-stop, no problem. And this makes it possible to have the ventilation plant running non-stop as well. And as we can see, we have a nice surplus there right now with this. All right, day 15 is coming to an end. Really, those fumes should be going down tomorrow. And about that safety. it's not ideal right now. Meanwhile, my forages arrived at the railroad tracks. Rails are almost knee-high and run very asleep. And yeah, there's nothing here. We get the Crève Neige over there, and we get the Trapper's Cap in. That sounds like there might be something for us. Alright, another day is coming to an end. We are sitting at 184 people right now in my base. And we can go ahead with a new law. I think, though, it's done for now once again. The dispensary we could get provides gravely ill to heal. But we have the infirmary for that. We don't need chemicals. And that's about it, right? There's no more new laws that we can go with here. Comfortable quarters. Wasn't this a Yeah. No. There's no promise for that at the moment. The comfortable quarters though is something we could actually go with because it makes our people happy. Motivation will go up with this. Discontent will fall permanently, but every tent only houses 8 people instead of 10, right? So we will need a bit more housing. Let's actually reserve this one here for a promise because the promises are always very powerful if we complete them. And we have no problem right now with motivation or discontent. So this is kind of like a joker that we keep in our hands for later. There it is. Supercharge has been researched, so we can go ahead with the next one right away. And that is the advanced fishing harbor, because with that we can upgrade our fishing docks, and that means more food, right? So we do not rely on food delivery that often. On the next day, I would like to order another steam core and also some more workers again. And it's 8 o'clock, so theoretically we could continue now, but the problem is my protective structure is out right now. The fumes though are low now, right? So that means that, yeah, we can work in unhealthy conditions once more. We could also just finish some steam exchangers. Up to 10 I would like to have at this point. And there it is, also the advanced fishing harbor, and we've also arrived at the trapper cabin. Oh, just food once again. A cast iron stove stands beside the desk and a sturdy chair. 2 books lie on the desk. On the origin of species of means of natural selections or the preservation of favored races in the struggle for life by Charles Darwin. There's also a crate of canned food here. Oh, very nice. And let's go for crave niche. So Darwin and the food of crates. Crate of food, actually. That is super awesome, I guess. Next up on my tech is probably going to be the advanced docks already. We can have 3 piles then of a certain resource on this. Also, the safety improvements. We're going to need them at some point, so let's actually research them as well. And the upgrade, do we have any free workforce right now? I don't think so, no. So let's wait on the upgrade for the end of the day then. It's 12 o'clock. And now let's actually finish those things here. I would like to go, I really want to finish this one here with a low safety. With high safety, sorry, low risk. And a group of people decries your decision to carry on forced medical examinations of prostitutes. You punish the victims of a vice, and the man guilty both of the vice and the suffering of those women go unpunished. This has to end. Shut down the House of Pleasure. And no, I don't know why discontent actually goes up. The House of Pleasure should reduce discontent. I'm going to keep it. People need to have some fun here after all. And you missed your milestone. Due to the difficulty of your task, the authorities agreed to give you one last chance. You will have to meet all future milestones, no exceptions. Any delay, even the slightest, will result in your termination. That's okay. For this day, I will not do any construction here. I would rather work a bit longer on this one. Safety improvements for the profiles manufacturing, so we are now having a safe environment here, and we can do the same thing for the machine shop then as well right away. Also, the machine shop continues with 24 hours. I would also like to have the profiles manufacturing working for 24 hours since we have the resources. I really want to push some of that right now, as long as we have some safety here, right? So safe workplaces and stuff like that. Just very good. Day 16 is coming to an end. We are pushing the limits right now a bit with my schedule, but we are preparing for future constructions there with more resources. Also, a delivery should be coming in soon. Yeah, 9 workers. That will need another tent that I can build somewhere here then. And we're stretching the city there right now a bit. So probably another chapel in this area should do wonders then as well, right? Probably right here. We can have lots of tents in the surrounding area then. Let's also do this. There you go. And I think, yeah, we should also do the evening service to raise morale again once more. Before the new day dawns, let's also finish that construction of the upgrade here for the fishing harbor. That's going to be a lot of additional, resources coming in. So today we should have protective structures online again. Perfect. And I'm going to reassign now these people here. We do have 10 steam exchanges. Let's finish the last one. So we have 11 now. Perfect. And let's assign all of these people here once again to the shaft structure, improve it with the protective structures, And today we should be able then to finally also make this work. I still need a bit more workforce. So let's also assign a few more here from the steel collection, since we're full on steel anyway. And we can use this overflow once again to also get a few more steam exchanges in here. The same goes with the protective structures. Safe working conditions. Transport has arrived with more workers again that we can also assign right away, and another steam core. This does not sound good. Workers trapped. Sir, an explosion in the generator's foundations caused a tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Fortunately, we have a rescue team on hand. Thanks to our dedication to safety, a group of workers has been training for just such an emergency. Yes, we can do this thanks to having a high safety in this moment, right? This is why you need to have high safety almost at all times. And with that, we can immediately continue with the work here. So another 8 hours, 7 hours it finishes, which will be then today. And build the bathhouse, we should also be focusing on that today. That would be another one of my goals here. Also, the construction of this one here should be finished now. Sir, people at the construction site stop to work. A worker climbs an overtuned wheelbarrow and speaks to his fellows. We saved our friends, sure, this time. But as long as the deadline is more important than us, such catastrophes will keep happening. How many of us won't make it home in one piece? So there's a strike now, and we need to immediately negotiate with these people. And the workers are angry. What should we do? We can now promise the comfortable quarters within 3 days. Perfect. And with that, the strike has been resolved immediately. And also, we're now getting the next event right away that, yeah, opens up 2 groups for us. The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labor issue if we are to finish the generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice and be involved in decisions, while engineers promise you results if you rely on their proven expertise. Will you empower the workers and establish the labor union, or strengthen the engineers' role and build the factory inspectorate? I'm going to side with the engineers. And this also opens up a new law up here, a new law tree, the factory inspectorate, with this internal promotions and overseers then as well, right? For something as complex as this, I would like to have the trained personnel ready for action. And these guys here need the factory inspectorate. That's pretty expensive, honestly. And we're going to finish it then in this evening, right? Lots of promises that we have here to do right now. The comfortable quarters is in 1 day and 23 hours. Perfect. We can do this on time. Factory and the bathhouse we need to finish today. Also today we will finish finally the shaft structure. Working at a 100% efficiency right now. Quite the construction that we have here. Krevnesh, a huge locomotive lies on the side, and we get steam cores and steel composites out of this. Perfect. 2 of it as well. That's a very nice find. And there's a freight terminal. Let's also go for this. Sounds like there might be some resources. The upgrade has happened. And we should see a nice increase in food. Oh, yeah, okay, with the latest people coming in. It's not easy. We can still turn this on 24-hour shift. And with that, we definitely will meet then the food supply. The food demand, right? Let's staff it to the fullest. Let's just let it run for an hour. Why doesn't it... doesn't change one bit right now? Why is that the case? It should actually go positive at this point. 193. We might have a few too many people, perhaps? We'll just see. We're doing fine. It's all fine. We should also be building a few resource depots at this point, so I might work on that in this evening too. Down with the war. Sir, a worker's mother writes him that his brother was shot dead during a demonstration against conscription, a highly controversial new measure introduced in the 2nd year of the Balkan War. Young people have been protesting it from the start, but this is the first time the mechanized lancers were sent against them. Strike risk will rise, or censor the letter. Let the man grieve. Or we censor it. I don't want to strike right now. We want to finish this construction now. So any second now, we should be seeing the first stage being completed. And there it is. Now with that, we have built the foundation that will lay the support for the massive bulk of the generator that is to come. There you go. And we have completed it with high safety measures. Let's actually assign a lot of people there again to the machine. Look at my resources, so we can afford this. And also some 15 there again for the structural profiles. For research, since we are so full on resources right now, I would like to go for the automatic prototyping. Very expensive tech, but we can afford it. It's the last tier that we're going to need. And I think for the rest of the day we could, yeah, do these constructions now. We can build the tower pumps, which is the next one, and the pressure valves. So both of that we're going to need. And as you can see, we're now starting ahead of schedule again. So we have a bit of time here to actually finish those things now. And yeah, we can actually start with the pressure valves, most likely. We'll direct the flow of water and superheat steam to keep the pressure within design limits, protecting the generator against heat surges in the source. Alright, also, your first milestone is complete. Try to keep the schedule. Meanwhile, after funding cuts and a catastrophic accident at Site 107, the project was scrapped and remaining workers scheduled for evacuation. If you can spare the man, order foragers to search these coordinates and recover whatever materials you can. Alright, we should double our effort. And a demon drink. This is once again in my pub. There's a small group. Ban the demon drink and renounce sin. Oh, once again, it's the fanatics. Angry patrons volunteer to drive the, how they call, teetotalers away. The teetotalers. Side with the teetotalers. And yeah, discontent will rise or wait them out. Let's wait them out. I don't need to do anything else here, right? We can use the chapel. I will definitely want to do now the bathhouse. That was the promise, actually. It's not a promise per se, but it's something we should really be finishing today. And I would like to have it somewhere down here, so we can have some tents close by as well. Could also have it here. There would be more tents that we can get with this. Yeah, let's have it over here for now. And we also need to build the factory inspectorate. We should be really doing this today. And that we can squeeze in just conveniently right in here. There you go. It's a pretty massive building. And a pretty long construction. So bathhouse, inspectorate, comfortable quarters law will be coming in tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. And since we have the resources, we should also be starting with the pressure valves. That I would like to do then right here. That's the next step of construction there again. But I think tomorrow we're going to have medium toxic gases again, so we should be careful there. Of course, we can improve all of this once again with the short shift, the safety procedures, and with one more upgrade to the protective structures, we should actually be looking at safe air and safe area here. Also, we have finished the factory inspectorate. That was quick, right? And the bathhouse has been established as well, raising motivation there. Every night now. It does cost me some coal though, 72 per day, right? Where people can finally take a bath as well. And with this, coal consumption also rises a bit now. So we should be very careful by the amount of them we build, right? Next on the line is the factory inspector. I think we need to employ engineers. Yep, that's right. So I'm going to take some away from my medical posts. And from my research, because let's face it, we don't need that many to research anymore. Let's assign 8 to that. And with that, once again, also another promise has been fulfilled, and we do raise the motivation. And this one is actually pretty cool because it improves the safety of up to 3 workplaces with the lowest base safety level, which means right now profiles manufacturer and machine shops are getting boosted by this. Strangely enough, not my pressure valves. They should be counting for that too. I think we need to assign more people to this, right? So now we have it fully staffed. So now actually we should get the construction here in as well. Alright, meanwhile here we continue with steam exchangers and also more profiles. Oh, we are out of wood, by the way. That sawmill here stopped working now, so let's dismantle it. So we have still this one here running, and we should be going ahead with one more over here, right? Alright, freight terminal. Unfortunately, only food rations. As we take stock of the food supply, several workers appear and ask us if we understand their French, whether the Crève Neige is coming soon, because living here is becoming unbearable. They've been apparently waiting for their train for quite some time, sustaining themselves on canned food. Tell them the truth. I'm not going to take their food, honestly, because we don't need it. And they immediately started packing their food, preparing to set out to some other area, I guess. My forages, I say plateau, and then probably back home, because these have a lot of important resources for us, especially the steam cores. And speaking about steam cores, yep, I can go ahead with one more order. Plus, I would also like to go for some engineers. 4 more engineers should do the trick, because we can then fully staff the workshops again. Alright, also the day 18 is dawning. Let's build that next sawmill right here somewhere. It's the last one. Then we are out of wood, right? Or out of forests, that is. So we need to find new ways of actually getting wood in. Motivation remains high, that's important. And yeah, today we can now start with the next stage, this one here. So we can fully staff it. We are going to use the protective structures as well. And with that, we have a safe workplace environment. Because now, as we can see, the factory inspectorate is boosting it, since the other two are inactive, right? We could still let at least the machine shop running. Because I'm going to need those steam exchanges then as well at some point. I wonder, can we go with a full shift? Yeah, we can go with a full shift. Yeah, alright. But a full shift is fine actually for now, thanks to the protective structure. So with this we can work the whole day really, all the way up to 6 o'clock. And the discontent is increasing. Also, we have reached tier 5 technologies. This is super nice, because that was a huge cost that we no longer need to do, right? I don't need to do any researching for now, though. So we're going to, yeah, have those engineers reassigned at the medical post, boosting their efficiency a bit. Alright, also this one here is finished. Let's go ahead and assign... where should we take them from? Everybody's working here. Steam, yeah, that doesn't need that many, right? And let's have them working here right away with the 24-hour shift. Getting all that wood in. Alright, even with medium toxic gases right now we have a safe environment, that's great. Tomorrow it will rise again to the highest level yet. So what I could actually do is ventilation plant coupling, so we can use an additional one, because we probably will need to do this now at some point. Don't forget, this will further increase my coal consumption though. Bonus. An engineer from the factory inspectorate comes talk to you. I have great news, boss. To celebrate the opening of our inspectorate, the company sent us a shipment of fine tobacco. It's a rare delight in these times. Wouldn't it be nice to share it with the workers? And yeah, that's a great idea. That will lower the strike risk by 2 levels actually, which is pretty great, I think. That second sawmill is also out of business now, so let's dismantle it. So we have only one more now running for us, and then that's the end, right? So for wood, we need to find new ways of income now. The construction continues. Tomorrow we'll be able to finish the pressure valves. Even with the high toxic gases, I will probably finish it. And... oh, wait a second. That could be tricky, honestly. Let's get the 24-hour shift on the workshop after all, because I want to finish this one and build the ventilation plant on time. We have the steam cores for it. Otherwise, I will not be able to finish construction tomorrow, with high safety at least. Ice plateau. Nothing but just some tracks that we've lost. Let's head them back home and get the steam cores in. There's also one more steam core coming in from the delivery. And my foragers are actually waiting to deliver the food. So yeah, despite this one here telling me we are having a quite discrepancy here, we're not. We're capped on food. So once again, resource depots will be super important actually from now on. That will be my next target, beside finishing the pressure valves. I hope you enjoyed this one. Frostpunk the Last Autumn. We're still pretty much in the beginning of this scenario, by the way. Stay tuned.